11th of April 2021. The day is Sunday. This is your math class, and today we will discuss the test of chapter 11, and then after that we will move. If we will get time, then we will move to next. Yes, boys, as you all were taking that chapter 11 is so easy, but what happened in the test? Can you give me the reason for the second question not doing correct? We have done same type of question in the class also. Do you remember that test, that question? After that, after the test, did you check that? Did you compare your answers somewhere? Yes, boys. Did you compare your answers somewhere? No? And I told you that you have to write the answers of the question number 1 or all the questions answered. You have to write up to 3 significant figures. So nobody write the answer. Only few students wrote the answer into 3 significant figures. For question number 1 and the question number 2, all those questions. Look at the question number 1. That it was the test of for chapter number 11. Chapter number 11. I will share, it's better that I'll share the test with you, then it will be easy for you to solve. See that what was your problem. See, I will call you on the board to solve the questions, okay? So it was in downloads, the test was, I think so this was the test. No, it's not the test. It is the Word document. Can you see here somewhere chapter 11 trigonometric ratio test? No?
No, ma'am.
Or wait. It's here. Here it should be trigonometric ratio test. This is. Yes, boys. So we have to discuss today this test as what was the answer for the first question? Can you tell me?
1.07.
It was, if we discuss the answer of question number 1 first part, if we discuss the answer of question number 1 first part, so the answer was 1.06. 1.06. I told you have to write the answer up to 3 significant figures. So the answer was of this question was 1.06. And what is the answer for this second part? Second part answer was -0. As we are not counting the started 0, so answer should be -0.133. As I told you that you have to give your answer up to 3 significant figures. So these are the 3 significant figures because we are not counting the starting 0. These are the 3 significant figures because when the 0 is coming in between, we have to count that 0. Significant figures means that we are not looking at the decimal, only the first three values we have to take. If the 0 is coming at the beginning, we are going to ignore that 0. But after that, we have to start with the next value. Then come to this question. This question, if you name the triangle, first of all, if you name the triangle as the triangle A, B, C, and this point as point D, so the very first thing is that you have to find out the angle F. Yes, who will solve this question on board? Raise your hand. Any one of you? No? Okay, I will solve for you. Look at this one. First of all, if I tell you boys that please solve the angle F, how you will solve the angle F? Here, the theta is equal to F. Theta was F, and opposite side of theta is given. Opposite is given, that is equal 9.6, and the opposite to the right angle side is given, that is called the hypotenuse, and that side is 16.9. Now tell me, opposite and hypotenuse is coming in which trigonometric ratio? This is a sine theta. Okay, this is sine theta. So look at the sine theta, and sine theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. We have theta with us, or we have to find out theta?
Find out theta.
We have to find out theta. So it will be sine f is equal to 9.6 over 16.9. And because we want to find out f, so it will be sine, f will be sine inverse. Yes, boys? F is equal to sine inverse 9.6 over 16.9. And when we are going to take the values of sine inverse 9.6 over 16.9 directly on your calculator, so it is giving you the answer 34.6 degree. This was the answer for angle F. This was the answer for angle F. Now, because we want to find out angle G, this angle G, angle F we already have. We want to find out angle G because if you look at the triangle ABD, this is not a right angle triangle. And where you can apply the trigonometric ratios? Can you apply on any triangle or only for the right angle triangle?
Right angle.
Only for the right angle triangle. It means that here we cannot apply any trigonometric ratio to find out the angle G. So what is the other way to find out the trigonometric angle G here? Do you remember we have done in one question? Boys, we have done in one question that if we count this side of the angle and this side of the angle, they are like this. Here is a 52 degree. Here is some angle x that we have to find out. But if we add these two angles, the sum of angles is equal to 180 because they are angles on a straight line. They are angles on a straight line. This is the only way that we can find out this missing angle because the triangle ABD is not at all a right angle triangle. It's a normal triangle. So how you will find out this missing part? First of all, this angle. We will write x plus, we will name it as x plus 52 degree is equal to 180 degree, and we will write that here angles on a straight line. Okay, angles on a straight line. X is equal to 180 minus 52. So here x is coming 128. It means that this part of the angle is 128. Now you have two angles with you. You have the angle F, you have the 128. Can you find out G easily? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So the angle G, we will write angle F plus angle G plus angle this X is equal to 180 degree. What's the reason for this? Why? What's the logic? Why we are adding all these three angles? Anyone of you?
Because the sum of all angles is 180 degree.
Sum of angles in triangle. Sum of angles in triangle. So add all these angles and find out the missing angle G. Easy method. This one is, you just get the value 34.6. Leave the angle, this is angle G. Angle G will be same as, what is the angle X? This is 128 and that is equal to 180 degree. Because we want to find out the angle G, so it will be 180 minus 128 minus 34.6. So just subtract all these values and tell me the answer of angle G. Yes, boys, what's the answer for angle G?
17.4.
17.4 degree. This was the answer for angle G. So whoever's angle G is wrong, I deduct 2 marks. One for finding this angle and one for finding this angle.
Ma'am, I got the same answer, 17.3. But
Who is there? Abdul Rafi?
yes, ma'am.
Abdul Rafi, but I have to check your method again.
Ma'am, I used different method.
Yes, I know. After that, one or two other students, they also use that method. What you have done, that you have done a very long process, that you find this hypotenuse of the small triangle, then you find this angle, whole angle A.
Yes, ma'am.
And then after that, subtracted from the whole angle, this portion, you find this angle also, and then subtraction. I'll give you mark for that. But it's better that this is the easiest way. You cannot go for that. This is the easy way. You can find out the angle G in this way. Yes? Yes. So what was the next thing? The next thing was you have to find out this portion, only this much portion. So what is the way to find out this much portion? As we have done early, that to find out only this much portion, we need to find out, first of all, we need this portion, and then along with that, we need the whole base. So first of all, we will find out the whole base, that is up BC. How you will find out BC? Angle is here, opposite side we can use opposite over adjacent. Theta is equal to 34.6, we get the value of F. Okay, opposite of theta is 9.6. If we want to find out the adjacent, which formula we have to use? Boys, opposite and adjacent, 10. Tan 34.6 is equal to 9.6 divided by opposite over adjacent. 9.6 over x you can write, or you can write adjacent same as. So do the cross multiplication. When you are going to do the cross multiplication, adjacent multiplied by tan 34.6 is equal to 9.6. It means the whole adjacent is equal to 9.6 over tan 34.6. Yes? Find out and tell me the final answer. And in place of adjacent, you can write BC also. What's the answer for BC?
13.92.
13.9.
9.
Okay, we have the answer 13.9 here. Or you can say that if we write 13.92 here. So after that, we have this portion green area with us, BC. Now we have to find out DC. Can you find out DC?
Yes, ma'am.
How? From the small triangle?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you can write here from triangle ADC. From triangle ADC, the theta is equal to 52 degree. Theta was 52 degree. Okay, opposite, again we have opposite, that is 9.6, and again we have to find out adjacent, that is DC. Okay, so again we will use the tan formula.
Yes, ma'am.
Tan 52 degree is equal to 9.6 over DC. So DC is equal to 9.6 multiplied 9.6 divided by 9.6 divided by tan 52. Yes, my dear students, find out the value of this one.
$7.5.
7.5. DC is 7.5. BC we already have 13.92. Now can you find out the value of H?
Yes, ma'am.
So H is equal to 13.92. The total distance, this green part, that is 13.92, and this yellow part, that is 7.5. So subtract 7.5. So we are getting the answer H is equal to 6.41 or 42. What is this? 42? It's coming from here.
Ma'am, it's 6.42.
6.42. So this is the answer for H. Yes, now look at the whole question and verify this question with your answer and tell me that where you are wrong. There are so many steps in this question. That's why I gave this question for 5 marks. Can you see the overall?
H 6.41.
41 is also okay. 6.41 or 6.42, the both are okay. Can you see the whole question, boys? This was the whole question.
Yes, ma'am.
Now compare your answer with it.
Ma'am, I only got this angle wrong. Angle G.
Angle G, many students, they got angle G wrong. Many students from the whole class. From the whole class, I think so only Huzafa scored full marks. It means that only Huzafa's question was correct.
Ma'am, did you check the test?
I have checked the test, beta. That's why I am telling you.
Ma'am, but I cannot see the marks.
Who is there?
Hassan.
Hassan, I checked your test, beta. You can check your marks. Refresh your OneNote. So this was the answer of question number 2. So please, that's why I'm telling you again and again that don't be overconfident. When you are for sure that you know something, you have the concept of all the trigonometric ratios. You have the concept of all the trigonometric ratios, but then also you need the practice. Sometimes the question is coming in that way that there is some logic in the question. No one is giving you in the exam the very simple question that a simple triangle like this question number 3, and then you have to find out any trigonometric ratio and find out the answer. Or you simply like the question number 1, maybe by looking at the test you feel like this is a very easy test, we have to just use the calculator and substituting the sine, tan, cos values. But no, it's not like that. For every question, your concept should be clear, and it should be clear that because the angle G was not the angle of a right angle triangle. Angle G was not the angle of a right angle triangle. It means that when you have to find out the angle G, so you need this angle. Or like Abdul Rafi has done. Abdul Rafi, I will recheck your test, okay? Just remind me after the class. So, or you can find out this angle, but that was a very lengthy process. For that you have to find out the side, some side, then this angle and all that stuff. So that is a lengthy process that you are subtracting. You are finding the angle A, then the angle subtracting from the total this part of the angle, this one. Like Abdul Rafi has done this part, and then you are getting G. But what's the easy way that we have done in the class that sum of angles in a triangle is equal to 180 degree. So go for that because these are the angles on a straight line. Angles on a straight line always equal to 180 degree, and then you can find out the angle. And the thing is that some students, they have done question 3 wrong too. Is there any chance to solve the question number 3 wrong? It was the question that the easiest one. Easiest question was the question number 3. Theta was given. You have the theta. What was the theta value here?
1.6.
21.6. 21.6 was the theta. And you can see very easily we want to find out FH. So FH means that we have the hypotenuse. We have the hypotenuse and we want to find out adjacent. Hypotenuse was given to you, but this one, there is some value 86.5, and adjacent you have to find out. So adjacent over hypotenuse, if you are not sure about the trigonometric ratios, I told you write the SOHCAHTOA and then select that which ratio you have to apply. SOHCAHTOA means adjacent over hypotenuse, it's cos theta. So you have to apply cos theta in this formula, in this question number 3, and then only you are getting the value. But what some students they have done, they wrote the cos theta, they substitute the correct values, that cos theta is equal to what is this adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent we have to find out, and hypotenuse is equal to 86.5 after taking the value of theta and cos, and then also at the last they are getting the answer wrong. I detect 0.5 for those students. I don't know that how they are using the calculator, or or still you people are not sure about how to use the calculator. That's why the values at the last are wrong. Answer was wrong for that. There are some cases like that too.
Ma'am,
Yes, dear.
scientific calculator, if you don't press this, if you like, there's just
If your calculator is not fixed for the degree, it will give you the wrong answer.
yeah.
So be sure when you are using the trigonometric ratios on your calculator, so on your calculator, it should be selected as degree. Like press, if I don't know which calculator you people are having with you, but whatever is, if I'll write now, in my hand there is a calculator FX991 ES plus Casio. So here when you press shift and mod, so there is a degree sign is coming in front of the number 3. So press number 3, your calculator is converted to the degrees. So then only it will give you, maybe you people are doing the same thing, but your calculator is not fixed properly. That's why you are not getting the correct answer. Now tell me, is there any question regarding the test? Yes, my dear students. Is there any question now regarding
No, ma'am.
Thursday's test?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, so I have checked everyone's test, and most of the students, they got 8 marks, 2 marks detected because of the angle G. So please be sure you need a lot of practice for chapter number 11 for book 2 still, and inshallah I will take one more test for that, for this lesson before the exams, as we have only the one exercise left, that we are solving the sine rule now, and the cosine rule is left. If you have any problem, how many questions we have done from exercise 8C right now, if you have any question regarding that, you can ask, because now today we cannot start the next question as it's a lengthy question. Yes, dear students, or I can give you one question to solve. Remember that when I am telling you that when I explained you at the beginning of 8C the sine rule, so we discussed this, that whenever we have a right angle triangle, right angle triangle means to find out any missing side, if it is a right angle triangle, there are 2 ways to solve the right angle triangle. The very first one is the Pythagoras theorem. And the second one is, which is the second one? Yes, boys? Trigonometric ratios. Trigonometric ratios. So from here only you should get the idea that there are only two chances to solve the 2 ways to solve the right angle triangle. One is the Pythagoras theorem, one is the trigonometric ratio. But if the triangle is not a right angle triangle, it is a simple triangle. It can be scalene, it can be a isosceles triangle, it can be equilateral triangle. If there is another triangle, so to solve this type of triangle, we are using, which method we are using? Yes, can you tell me? No, we are using law of sine rule, or law of cosine, cos rule. We have done half part of the sine rule, and this sine rule we are solving in exercise number 8C and 8D. Inshallah, we will go for this cos rule also, but still we are on the sine rule. Inshallah, we will continue with this tomorrow, but I'll give you one extra question to solve. Please solve this question and tell me related to chapter number 11. Or quickly, we can go for chapter number, this one, exercise 8C. How many questions we have done from AC? We have done question number 1, question number 2, and question number 3. Yes, boys, we have done only these 3 questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Practice now 6, page number 238. Practice now 6. Find out the length of AB. You have to do first part and second part. Do it right now and tell me the answer. Practice now at page number 238. How many? Everyone is present today?
Ma'am, only 2 minutes left.
No problem, Abdurrahman. 1 minute will take the angle and 1 minute for the side. If you know how to do. Triangle is given to you. Just check yourself that you are able to do that or no. 2 angles and 1 side is given to you. 2 angles and 1 side is already given to you. This type of triangle is there. And this angle is 58.3. This is 39.4. This side is given 12.5. This is triangle ABC. Can you find out angle A? How we get the value of angle A? Yes, boys. How you get the value of angle A?
Sum of angles.
Sum of angles of triangle. Angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. So what is the angle C? Angle A?
82.3.
82.3. Now you have the this angle also, this angle that is 82.3. 82.3. Then the second angle is here. You have to find out D. So which sign rule we have to apply? Sine A. We have to find out side. So A over sine A is equal to B over sine B. Yes, boys, because we want to find out the missing side. So use these 2 ratios and compare them and substitute the values of A, sine B, and just find out the B by using the cross multiplication. If you are able to do, it means that
have to find side AB.
no, that is the later point. That is the third point. I told you only to do angle A and the length of AB, the side B. So in this way, you can solve it by angle by using keeping all the angles 180 degree, and for the side by using the sine rule. Inshallah, we will continue tomorrow with the same exercise. Allah Hafiz. Have a nice day.
Allah Hafiz,
Allah
ma'am.
Hafiz, ma'am.